Hey everyone, it's Dr. Tony Robinson of Kingdom Driven Entrepreneurs, the Prophetic Strategist. I'm here to bring you a word of encouragement. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you guys are staying hopeful during the season that we are in. God is doing something phenomenal with us, for us, behind the scenes. And I do believe that we are about to experience a bunch of suddenlies, that as we keep our eyes and our minds focused on Him and His goodness, we're going to see some things suddenly come to fruition for the believers that we will then get to impart into the world. I want to share a bit of a scripture with you guys, and it is Psalms 34:14, and I'll read it from the Passion Translation. It says, "Keep turning your back on every sin and make peace your life motto. Practice being at peace with everyone." I wanted to read that to you all in advance because what I have to say will help give you a peace about your peace. In every one of our businesses, our ministries, our dreams, our visions, in the call that God has called us to, He has given us a peace, a P-I-E-C-E, to bring peace, P-E-A-C-E, to the world. We've never been in a season like this before in our lifetimes, where we get to take the peace that God has given us, the tangible peace, to bring peace to the world. If we break down Psalms 34:14, and I'll read this to you, it says twice the Hebrew uses the word shalom. This word means much more than peace. It means wholeness, wellness, well-being, safe, happy, friendly, favor, completeness. To make peace, a peace offering, secure, to prosper, to be victorious, to be content, tranquil, quiet, and restful. The pictographic symbol for the word shalom means destroy the authority that binds to chaos. I think most of us can agree during this season we have seen and we are experiencing chaos. I don't know what it is, how it is with the temperature of the climate where you live, but we live in Las Vegas, where we have millions of visitors come every year. So as a result, we've had to shut down the state. And so it has really been a state of chaos where the food is flying out the grocery stores. Staples haven't been able to be found because we haven't given the stores the time to restock. So it may be like that where you are. And I want to encourage you that no one's running out of anything. No one is running out of anything. We just have to give them time to restock and to resupply. But God has given us peace in this. And so when we remain at peace, P-E-A-C-E, what we do is that we are destroying the authority that binds to chaos. And so it's important for us as believers, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, visionaries, dreamers, that we operate from a consistent and constant place of shalom, because that's what we'll release. So we want to challenge you during this season to really be intentional about sitting and spending time with the Father and asking Him, what's my peace? What's my portion? What's in my hand? What's in my dream? What's in my business that I can use to release peace? Because when we release it, it destroys the authority that binds to chaos. I'm telling you guys that God has literally been building stages, and I keep saying this because I've seen it and I'm seeing it, where I've literally seen angels building stages and platforms for the sons and daughters of God to rise up, to stand up in the midst of chaos and to bring peace. We're in the middle of a glorious revival. I hope you guys know this. This is not a time to be afraid. We're not in the middle of a Left Behind movie. We're in the middle of something glorious and great, and God He's showing off His sons and daughters. You know how you've gone to a baseball game, and no matter how many times your baby has struck out or how many times he's hit a home run, you have those parents whose continence is the same. That's my son at bat. That's my son. I don't care if he's swung out every time, he's struck out every time, or if he's hit a homer every time. He's like, that's my son. And God's doing that for us right now. He's saying, those are my kids. Those are my sons. Those are my daughters. And they're rising up with the peace, P-I-E-C-E, that I've given them, the peace of their dream, the peace of their vision, the peace of their ministry, the peace of their mission. And they're rising up and they're using the peace that I've given them to release peace on the world. And guess what? For some of us, well, and it should be for most of us, this is a time where we get to take our piece, almost like a huge puzzle, right? We get to take our piece and we get to collectively spend time with other people, probably virtually because we're practicing social distancing right now. We want to be healthy, right? So we get to see what piece do I have that fits in with your piece. And we kind of put our pieces together and realize together we can release a greater measure of peace. We can release a greater measure of victory, a greater measure of tranquil, a greater measure of security, a greater measure of prosperity, of victory. This is what we get to release. So I want to encourage you all today to sit with the Father, understand his heart for you, get his heart for the peace that he has for you to play the PIECE, so that you can then take that peace and release peace over the world, because you are called in this season to destroy the authority that binds the chaos. You all stay encouraged, stay hopeful. We have so much joy. If you didn't get the email, I'm going to tell you now. Miss Shea put out a beautiful email that said joy is not canceled. Hope is not canceled. In the midst of everything else, peace is not canceled. Y'all have a wonderful week.